Welcome to the Highlands neighborhood, part of the 78210 zip code in San Antonio. 78210 is located on the southeast side of San Antonio and incorporates the southeast quadrant of downtown, as well as three distinct portions of the east side, south side, and southeast side. For the windshield tour, I have narrowed the assessment area to my pocket of the 78210's zip code, the southeast side, an approximate area of 2 square miles. The Highlands area includes Highlands Park, Highland Hills, Sunny Slopes. I grew up in Highland Park and went to Highlands High School. Recently, I moved back to the home that I spent my teen years in, and am adjusting to being part of my neighborhood again. Highland Park is an older, well-established neighborhood. Most of the houses were built between 1900s and 1940s and are similar in style to my 1921 Sears kit home, which we are slowly renovating. Most constituents are working class, however, we do have a growing homeless population. And since we are so close to downtown, less than 2 miles, there are more young people, creatives mostly, who are utilizing the relatively low cost of older housing and renovating these 100-year-old homes. On my block of 20 houses, there is only one rental house. Most of my neighbors are retired or working part-time to ease into retirement. Several houses on my block are owned by members of the same family, so the children and grandchildren are next door or a few houses down from grandparents. Therefore, there is not much heterogeneity and little racial, cultural, or socioeconomic diversity on my particular block. This may not be indicative of all streets in the neighborhood, but I think it is a notable feature of the vicinity. Highlands has a healthy number of churches for those so inclined constituents to belong to, participate with, or receive support from. Coming up is the Baptist Temple, 2 blocks from my house. The building itself houses the worship center, a preschool, and a very small public arts-focused high school. The large parking lot is utilized monthly for a neighborhood flea market and a food distribution program. Across the street, they have a limited-hour thrift store, which hosts a free closet for the neighborhood unhoused or in families and individuals. Within that building, there is a community pantry that is open to neighbors on Thursdays and provides staples, fresh produce, and refrigerated foods based on need. And finally, the church hosts hot lunches on Tuesdays, which usually serves about 20 to 30 individuals, including seniors, families, and the unhoused population. Just a block south is Bode Park and Community Center. The park is often utilized by residents any night of the week. You can find people walking the paved handicap-accessible track that loops around the park, kids in the playing on the new playground, couples playing tennis or pickleball on the multiple courts, teenagers shooting hoops on the outside basketball courts, and local Little League football or baseball teams practicing in the big open field. The community center includes an indoor basketball court, which is often loud and crowded, and a community room that includes a stage and seating for presentations, entertainment programs, and it can even be rented out at a minimal cost. This is where the Highland Park Neighborhood Association meets monthly. In addition, the Parks and Recreation Department provides weekly activities such as yoga, Zumba, and other activities free to residents. As we head south from the park, you can see a local neighborhood sports bar and an abandoned building which has become a congregating spot for the unhoused. As you can see, the roads are in need of some work. Here is one of the several neighborhood food marts. Across the street is a locally owned mechanic shop, and next door there's a faith-based men's halfway house. From Highland Park proper, we have crossed over Clark Avenue, which serves as a boundary into the Sunny Slope neighborhood where Highlands High School is located. There has been a significant amount of renovations and additions that have occurred since I graduated from there in 1996. As you can see, they are continuing to renovate and build on to serve the growing school-age population in the neighborhood. And across from the school is Southside Lions Community Center and Park. The neighborhood park offers an accessible walking loop, an outside workout area with built-in exercise equipment, open fields for frisbee and other sports, a playground, and our local public pool. The community center often hosts workshops and classes such as crafting, music, and group exercise. scenic spot located just 3.5 miles from downtown San Antonio that links the community center and park to the eastern region of Southside Lions and features a partially paved hiking trail and bike trail. As we head further southeast, we enter the eastern part of Southside Lions Park. When I was growing up, this park was known as Pecan Valley Lake. The pond is stocked and locals fish for food and recreation here. There's a shaded handicap-accessible walking loop and a few pavilions. As you can see, there's quite a few people out on this Saturday afternoon enjoying the playground and having picnics. I've been to a number of birthday parties and barbecues out here. In addition, the park is the starting point for the Salado Creek Greenway, which offers a quiet nature walk that connects several parks from the south side to the north side of town following the Salado Creek. A portion of the trail is handicap accessible, however, a large part is unpaved and walking, jogging, bicycle friendly. Adjacent to the park is the Senior Center. Both my grandparents were active weekly participants until they passed. The Senior Center offers loads of resources, including ride shares to the facility, doctor's appointments, grocery stores, or even social outings. Daily meals are served for seniors. Activities such as crafts and games are available. There is a gym, and it serves as a point of service for other social services for the elderly. There is also a dog park. As we head back west, we enter a more commercial area of the neighborhood. This retail plaza hosts many businesses, including a large grocery store, movie theater, fast food and sit-down dining options, retail stores, an urgent care center, a bank, and a San Antonio Police Department neighborhood office. The large shopping area is utilized by multiple neighborhoods in the surrounding area. Across the street, we have the Ada Clinic, a satellite facility of the University of Texas healthcare system, which includes a minor emergency clinic, low-cost and sliding-scale access to doctors and specialists, a pharmacy, and administrative offices. Next door is the library that offers classes and workshops and is our main voting station. Next to the library is our local Texas Department of Health and Human Services office. As we head north, away from the corporate commercial area, we move into an area of locally owned businesses. Many of these have been here for years. You will notice there are a few shuttered business and dilapidated buildings. Here is another pocket of local businesses located on the far west side of the Highland Park neighborhood on Hackberry. Although it appears many of these businesses are in need of upgrades and renovations, there are actually few abandoned buildings. This gray and blue building hosts Axion Texas and the Lift Fund, which is a nonprofit that helps local entrepreneurs gain skills and access to funding to start or expand their small businesses. Next door is our local post office, another neighborhood convenience store, and Little Red Barn, an iconic family-owned dining establishment that has served the community for over 50 years. Many longtime residents celebrate birthdays and anniversaries here, and quite a few neighborhood teenagers have worked here at some point, including myself. As we continue along the northeast boundary of the neighborhood, we will cross the tracks that act as a visual and physical divide between the Highland Park neighborhood and Denver Heights. Denver Heights is also in the 78210 zip code, but it has its own unique set of residents, needs, and assets. This border area, which is marked by Interstate 10 and the railroad tracks that run parallel to the highway, serves as a congregating and living area for growing unhoused population. Overall, the Highland area of San Antonio is a well established neighborhood with a good mix of single family and multifamily homes. Although we do not have many apartment complexes, many of the larger homes have been divided up into duplexes and quadplexes for rental to residents. Highlands is near downtown and provides access to commercial activity, cultural enrichment opportunities, abundant faith based and secular services, and ample green space and recreation areas. Thank you for joining me on a tour of Highland Park.